if peace is maintained on Temple Mount, Gantz tells Abbas. Earlier on Tuesday, Gantz approved Palestinian family visits and praying at Temple Mount during Ramadan. Israel is prepared to expand on the steps taken to help Palestinian civilians celebrate Ramadan peacefully, Defense Minister Benny Gantz told Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas on Tuesday night. Just a quick word from our sponsor.
My family's worked this farm for 4 generations, and I'm real proud to be the caretaker of this land. I'm providing for my family, and my son gets to learn all the things you can do with baling twine and barbed wire.
You were made for what you do, and we were made for that. From business loans to retirement plan services, First Interstate gets any business ready for business. Learn more at firstinterstate.com. First Interstate, built for you.
A phone call between the two, Gantz also expressed his gratitude for Abbas' rare condemnation of the Bnei Brak terrorist attack. Gantz also stated during the call that Ramadan, which coincides this year with Passover and Easter, should be a time of peace and quiet rather than terrorism. However, the defense minister warned, the steps taken will only be enforced if Israel's security in Jerusalem and the West Bank can be maintained. Earlier on Tuesday, Gantz approved a string of measures that will allow Palestinians to enter Israel during Ramadan. Palestinians pray in front of the Dome of the Rock on Laylat al-Qadr during the holy month of Ramadan, at the compound that houses Al-Aqsa Mosque, known to Muslims as Noble Sanctuary and to Jews as Temple Mount, in Jerusalem's Old City, May 8, 2021. Credit, Amar Awad/Reuters. West Bank Palestinians will be allowed entry to Temple Mount for Ramadan prayers, the defense minister approved. In addition, first-degree relatives of Arab Israelis will be allowed to enter Israel for family visits from Sundays to Thursdays during Ramadan. Women of all ages, men aged 50 plus and children up to the age of 12 will be allowed to enter Temple Mount without any restrictions. Palestinian men aged 40 to 50, however, will be allowed entry subject to a permit. The measures decided upon by Gantz came after consultations with IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Aviv Kohavi, Shin Bet Het Ronan Bar, IDF's Operations Directorate OC Major General Oded Basyuk and Military Intelligence Directorate OC Major General Aharon Haliva. Clashes between Palestinian rioters and Israeli forces have continued for 3 days straight since Ramadan began. Abbas, governor of Jerusalem, Adnan Geith, was detained on Tuesday morning by border police. Israel has been subject to a wave of terrorism over the last couple of weeks as Palestinian terrorist groups such as Hamas and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, PIJ, called for an escalation of violence ahead of the holiest month in Islam. Security forces have thwarted 15 terrorist attacks in the West Bank and sovereign Israel, Prime Minister Naftali Bennett said earlier on Tuesday. 3 terrorist attacks in the span of a week in Bnei Brak, Hadera and Beersheba took 11 lives in total. Coordinator of Government Activities in the Territories, Kogat, Head Major General Ghassan Aliyan also took part in the call between Gantz and Abbas.